If you have or ever get a sourdough starter that ends up looking like mine did, fear not. Even if your sourdough starter is gray, black, brown, don't throw it in the trash. In this video, I'll share with you 3 key steps in reviving your moldy looking Einkorn sourdough starter. My name is Laura. Welcome to Morning Dove Haven. A mild grayish color on top of the starter can be normal, simply signifying that the yeast is starving and it hasn't been fed for a while. Mine went as far as being black, but if it's spotty or fuzzy, this can be mold, probably if it's gone 3 or more months since it's been refreshed. But not to worry if it's only dark and doesn't look this way that I described. Hang on to that starter and follow these 3 key steps that I will be showing you. Here is my Einkorn starter, and I apologize for the lighting up front. It doesn't quite capture entirely what the starter looked like on the top. So I'm showing you now at this angle. You can see how low, almost halfway down, the gray and the black go. This small mason jar has raised areas all around it, so it may look like there's black spots inside, but it's just the air bubbles from the yeast. And it's kind of causing a reflection that makes it look like that. But underneath, you see it's nice and yellow, and that's what we're going to save, that nice tan, creamy yellow color. The first step in reviving your starter is you want to take a fork and pull back that top layer. Now, since it's been a while, it is going to be very, very tough, like super glue. But when you pull back that top layer, deep down, you'll see that creamy tan that we looked at just a second ago. You want to make sure to pull back as much as you can of that top layer and just throw that in the trash. You don't want to hang on to that. You'll want to take out 10 grams of that lovely, stringy, bubbly starter that's down below. An added benefit is you can go ahead and add even an extra 2 or 3 grams to give your starter that little boost. Then you're going to add warm water, anywhere between 82 to 88 degrees, and stir it up very well until the bigger chunks are dissolved. With a fork, that makes it easiest. And then once you get past that point where the bigger chunks are dissolved, get a whisk and whisk it up until everything is completely dissolved and even frothy. That's key number 2. Add a little bit of air into the starter and water mixture. And when you're refreshing an Einkorn starter, you will refresh with 60 grams of Einkorn flour. This mixture can be very tough, and it might take a little while to get it fully integrated, but once I get most of it integrated, I'll then take it out, put it in my hand, soften it up, mold it a bit, and it's very useful, by the way, since this is going to be incredibly sticky. have a glass of warm water handy, dip your fingers in there and get a little bit of moisture, and then you're going to roll that ball of dough in your hands. The warmth from your hands really helps to further integrate any bits of flour that has not gotten into the water and starter mixture. And once you go ahead and get that softened, rolled into a ball, you're going to place that inside a bowl or a jar. I happen to use another small mason jar. This is what my Einkorn starter looks like after about 18 hours. It has the bubbles that are just starting. It's risen up a bit. It's spread out. Typically by this time, it would have grown quite a bit more than this. But because it's sluggish, it's has not eaten in 2 months, this is key number 3. Give it more time. Typically it's 24 hours and your starter will be ready, being refreshed. But with the Einkorn starter being refreshed after being left for so long, you'll need to give it a good 48 hours in a warm location. This was after about 28 hours. This is just another view. And you'll see it's risen a little bit more, it's spread out more, and even more bubbles underneath. Finished product after 48 hours. We see lots of bubbles. It's risen beautifully. It is now ready to use in your levain to make a loaf of bread. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found value in it. And if you have, please subscribe, share, and hit the notification button so you won't miss any of my new videos. And if you'd like to learn how to make your very own all-purpose flour sourdough starter, click on that video right there. I'll see you next time.